Meeting will come to order. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Councilwoman Perkins Auguste, Councilman Questa.
Here.
Councilman Jacques, Councilman Grover.
Here.
Councilman Keenan.
Here.
Councilman Cedeno. Councilman Gallman. Councilman Mazza.
Here.
President Gonzalez.
Here.
Okay.
This is a regular conference of the City Council as incorporated in the annual meetings notice of 2012, which was filed in the City Clerk's office and posted on the bulletin board on December 27, 2011, and sent to the Star Ledger and Home News Tribune in compliance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law of New Jersey. I will now open the public speaking portion of the meeting. Is there any resident or taxpayer present that would like to address City Council? You may do so at this time. Please state your name and address for the record.
Robert Kern from the city of Elizabeth.
Okay.
This is an election year. I got a recorded message politically that I had gotten killed.
Okay, thank you, sir. Glad you could be here. Okay, is there any other resident taxpayer that would like to address City Council? You may do so at this time. Once again, any other taxpayer resident that would like to address City Council, you may do so at this time. Seeing none, I close the public speaking portion of the meeting. We'll move on to new business.
Letter dated May 10, 2012, from the Business Administrator, recommending awarding a contract to E-Plus Technology, Hamilton, New Jersey, for hardware for computers, printers, servers, media, software upgrades, and other computer equipment for various city buildings for the period May 1, 2012 through August 31st, 2014, at a cost not to exceed $50,000.
Are there any comments? Vote on.
Letter dated May 10, 2012, from the Business Administrator, recommending awarding a contract to Rico USA, Inc., Pine Brook, New Jersey, for the leasing of new photocopiers for the period May 1, 2012 through August 31st, 2012, in an amount not to exceed $20,000.
Any comments? Vote it on.
Letter dated May 10, 2012, from the Business Administrator, recommending awarding a contract to Garden State Highway Products, Vineland, New Jersey, for reflective sheeting for the Public Works Department for the period April 27, 2012 through May 31st, 2012, at a cost not to exceed $10,000.
Any comments? Vote it on.
Letter dated May 10, 2012, from the Business Administrator, recommending awarding a contract to Kimball International Marketing, care of BFI, Jasper, Indiana, for the purchase of furniture for the firehouse located at 442-464 Trumbull Street in the amount of $8,686.80.
Any comments? Vote it on.
Letter dated May 10, 2012, from the Business Administrator, recommending awarding a contract to David Weber Oil Company, Carlstadt, New Jersey, for automotive lubricants, oils, grease, and hydraulic oils for various departments for the period of April 27, 2012 through May 29, 2012, at a cost not to exceed $10,000.
Any comments? Vote it on.
Letter dated May 14, 2012, from the Business Administrator, recommending awarding a contract to 545 Mars Avenue, Inc., doing business as Tropicana Diner and Restaurant, Elizabeth, for prisoners' meals for the period of 2 years from the date of the contract award in an amount not to exceed $150,000.
Any comments? Councilman Mazza?
Yeah, what kind of food do we serve them?
Good evening, everyone.
For six-
I'd like to recognize Councilwoman
Good evening.
Dusty.
Thank you, Mr.
For
President.
$6.69 a day.
Typically, it's toast in the morning, toast and a hot beverage in the morning. It is a cup of soup in the afternoon, and it is, I believe, a sandwich in the evening.
Thank you.
Pretty
Any
much.
comments?
I didn't see the
Yeah,
script.
no,
Put it on.
I signed it off for that, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because $10 one.
Letter dated May 14, 2012, from the Business Administrator, recommending awarding a contract to Cleveland Auto and Tire Company, Elizabeth, for tires and tubes for Public Works, Police, and Fire Department vehicles for the period May 8, 2012 through June 8, 2012, at a cost not to exceed $25,000.
Any comments? Vote on.
Letter dated May 14, 2012, from the Business Administrator requesting that your honorable body consider designating 668 770 North Avenue East as an area in need of redevelopment and redevelopment study, and to introduce an ordinance to adopt a redevelopment plan for said property contingent upon planning board approval.
Any comments? Vote on.
Letter dated May 15, 2012, from the Chief Financial Officer advising that additional grants. Okay. Letter dated May 15, 2012, from the Chief Financial Officer advising that additional grants may be appropriated in the 2012 state fiscal year budget by budget amendments, Chapter 159.
Any comments? Vote on.
Letter dated May 15, 2012, from the Chief Financial Officer advising that transfers for the 2012 state fiscal year municipal and sewer utility budgets may be necessary.
Any comments? Vote on.
Letter dated May 9, 2012, from the Director of Health and Human Services requesting authorization for the proper city officials to apply to the County of Union on behalf of the Elizabeth Municipal Alliance for grant funds for the continuation of the Elizabeth Municipal Alliance program activities for the period of January 1, 2013 to December 31st, 2013 for the sum of $82,881.
Any comments? Put it on.
Letter dated May 14, 2012, from the Acting Director of Neighborhood Services requesting permission to have a lien placed against the property located at 595 Monroe Avenue for the demolition of said property in the amount of $16,500.
Any comments? Put it on.
Letter dated May 14, 2012, from the Acting Director of Neighborhood Services requesting permission to have a lien placed against the property located at 597 Monroe Avenue for the demolition of said property in the amount of $16,500.
Any comments? Put it on.
Letter dated May 14, 2012, from the Department of Planning and Community Development requesting authorization for the proper city officials to extend the current contract executed on June 11, 2012 with Groundwork Elizabeth, Inc., Elizabeth, for its spring planter program from its termination date of May 1st, 2012 to December 31st, 2012, and funds in the amount of $8,870 are required to be drawn down for completion.
Any comments? Put it on.
Letter dated May 4, 2012, from the Director of Public Works requesting permission to have liens placed against properties listed on Schedule A attached hereto and made a part hereof for the boarding up of said properties in the amount of $4,679.92.
Any comments? Put it on.
Letter dated May 14, 2012, from the Director of Public Works recommending awarding a contract to PM Construction Corp., Hillside, New Jersey, for the 3rd Avenue Flood Control Project at a cost of $1,617,600.
Any comments? Put it on.
Letter dated April 30th, 2012, from PT Consultants, Belmar, New Jersey, requesting an encroachment permit to perform environmental work at 748, 760 Lidgerwood Avenue that requires 2 temporary soil borings within the public right-of-way of Spofford Avenue.
Any comments? This is in the second award. Put it up. Put it on.
Letter dated April 26, 2012, from Sovereign Consulting, Inc., Parsippany, New Jersey, requesting an encroachment permit to perform environmental work consisting of 2 monitoring wells within the roadway area on First Avenue.
Any comments? Put it on.
Letter dated May 1st, 2012, from the Morris Midtown Business Association, requesting permission to use Julian Place between Union Avenue and Morris Avenue for kiddie rides and children entertainment on July 27, 28, and 29, 2012, for their 9th Annual Colombian Independence Day Festival, to be held on July 29, 2012, from noon to 9 p.m., and contingent upon approval, Cocobongo Productions has requested permission to amend their rain date from July 28, 2012 to August 4, 2012.
Any comments?
Where's that?
Well, did they attach his resolution
Yeah.
to their letter?
No, it's a Mary's.
To Mary's letter?
Yeah.
Right, because his rain date is scheduled for July 28th.
Right.
And if Julian Place, that's an area that he's going to be utilizing for his festival, and if that's going to be closed down for them to set up the rides, he had asked to, if he could move his rain date.
But he didn't send us a letter
Yeah, we
saying.
have to.
No, he called.
No, but we can't do it. We have to.
I'd rather get a letter from him.
Okay.
Yes, I agree 100% that we should get a letter, but I'm kind of confused about this after receiving some calls about this. Who requested the dates first? In other words, we are
Morris
approving, if we
Midtown
put this on the
Business
agenda.
Midtown business people.
No, I know, but about this particular item,
Right.
this is the first time we see it. So if we approve it tonight, then of course there's a conflict. But previous to this, there was no conflict. Am I right?
No, there could have been a conflict for Cocobongo if they were using the rain date because they also wanted to use Julian Place.
Right.
Therefore, they would not be able to use it if they had to do it, because then they would not have cleared Julian Place in time for them to do it. This way, there will not be a conflict because they're changing it to August 4th.
No, I understand that completely, and I think that's the way it should be, and I think we should definitely get a letter from them before we take any action. My question is, if we had not received this request, there would have been no conflict with the two approvals that we did, including rain dates and everything else. That's the only thing I'm asking.
No, but historically, last year, they did the whole weekend.
I understand that, but the reason I'm asking is because this is the first time we're
It's
contemplating this.
my understanding that this is the first request
Correct.
from this association. And that it's in conflict only with the rain date, not
Correct.
the original
Exactly.
date of the other festival, the Cocobongo Productions Festival.
Exactly.
I don't remember giving 3 days for kiddie rides.
No, it's just
They did have the kitty run.
to set them up. See, last year, the kiddie rides were on an open lot.
Right,
uh,
at Union
on
Avenue.
Union
At Union Avenue.
The line.
But they cannot use that now because of all the equipment they have there, construction that's being done. So now they are adding this so that they can put the rides there in that area.
It's gonna be a mess that weekend.
All right, that's it.
So we'll research the answer and get a letter
I'll get a
stating.
letter from him.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't do it.
definitely.
We can't do it.
Councilman Mazza?
We gotta send them.
Last week, if I recall correctly, we did approve Cocobongo for A to B and then C in case it was raining.
Right.
Now,
Right.
what I understand is like Cocobongo is leaning, give them priority to have the right, but he would like to have his rain date on August the 8th.
Correct,
August the 4th. The 4th.
Whatever.
August the 4th, yeah.
We don't have a letter to that effect.
I understand, but according to the city clerk,
But you
I
can't
understand,
do-
but
you
it's
don't
good to have a
work-
letter. So we could put them on the agenda pending that the secretary will relate to the whatever
Bring in a
organization.
letter.
Right.
I could bring you a letter. Once you have the letter, should be no problem.
I agree, Councilman. I don't have-
I'm a
Yes,
little
Councilman
uncomfortable
Keenan.
with that. I think that if you start a precedent where individual residents or businesses can drive the business of city council with a phone call, setting a bad precedent, I would feel much more comfortable, as the councilman indicated, with the letter. I've got no problem to
Yeah,
make.
but Joe, excuse me, not for anything.
Yes.
It's just, this is a courtesy from a gentleman to the
Yeah,
city.
yeah.
We already approved it, the date and the rain date. We did vote already, went through the minutes.
They requested a
Right.
change in the range.
So, no, but these people are requesting 27, 28, 29. After this gentleman,
This is a separate issue. I'm not
Right,
talking
right.
about Mary's group, I'm talking about Cocobongo.
right. So Cocobongo is attached to that. Apparently, they worked something out together. I have no idea, but
It seems like we are, getting
try to work
together
together,
to a
something
certain
good for the
degree.
city.
So, what Councilman Questa first?
I don't want to repeat myself. I hope that my point was clear. And Councilman of the Sixth Ward basically said what I was trying to say. Yes, we should not accept a phone call, absolutely. But the fact of the matter is, they were contacted because we were anticipating this, that we're going to put on the agenda tonight. Had we not received this, there would have been no conflict
Right.
with what we have already approved.
Right.
That's the only point I'm making.
You're right, absolutely, you're correct.
Okay.
Councilwoman.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate what Councilman Keenan stated, that we should not be accepting phone calls to make amendments to resolutions. It's well noted, but they must send a letter in, because that is a very bad precedent to begin to start. I mean, you just can't operate like that. They can do an email, they can send a letter,
Just for
but you
the,
can't just pick up the phone and just say, change
Just for the record statement.
Excuse me, I'm
Okay.
still talking.
you give me the photo already.
No, he didn't, he didn't open his mouth.
Yes, he did.
I had,
But why
He
would you
did.
do that when
I
I'm
thought you
still
was
talking?
finished.
Sorry, go ahead.
But did I?
Ladies
I'm
first,
sorry.
no problem.
I'm sorry, Councilman.
It's
No, it's okay.
It's not about being a lady. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still
Councilman, my
talking.
fault. I thought you
All right, go
No,
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't yell and scream, I was trying to talk.
No problem.
As I was stating, we should not conduct business like that at all. It's just not good. And then you can say, oh, I didn't say that, and yes, you did. It just leads to a whole lot of ambiguities that we should not really put ourselves in jeopardy. I'm finished, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Mass?
Yeah, Mr. Van, just to make the record clear, it's not my intention to set a precedent. There was never, mine was to clarify to this body that we already vote permission to somebody before the 9th Festival Cultural Independence of Colombia submitted by Maria Harris, presented tonight, that they'd like to do their festival and they would like to use July 27, 28, 29 to use the Julian Street for rides, for the children. And apparently the gentleman who received a confirmation for the festival made a phone call to the city clerk that with him he had no problem, but it is any other records, anytime you do something, always have to put it in writing, either be notarized or on a letterhead of a company. And I'm sure that the gentleman will do that once we notify back that he has to do that by writing. That's it.
Any other comments? So, what's the consensus here? I mean, myself, I don't have a problem putting it on. Again, they did contact the city clerk. Unfortunately, they were not advised that they needed to put something in writing. We can't put it on pending receiving something in writing from them. If they do not provide something in writing, then we will not move forward with it.
Mr. President, I'd like to do a little bit differently. I'd recommend putting Mary's on and informing Coco Bongo. I would be willing to sponsor suspension at the next meeting upon receipt of the letter, just so so that it is clear. In other words, I think that the consensus is that we're going to approve it, that we approve the change of rain date. But let's ask our city attorney here. In other words, my thinking is that it would be better to physically have the letter, and that necessitates a suspension. How big a deal is that, or is it necessary at all?
It's 6 one way, half a dozen the other.
Well,
It's
whatever
at your pleasure.
the consensus is fine with me. But you know what I'm saying? Technically,
No, I agree. It's only changing the rain date from the 28th to August 4th.
And then we'll comply.
That is the only request, my understanding is from Coco Bongo at this time.
Correct, and we'll confirm that in writing, and we'll
We'll confirm in
comply
writing.
with what the cleanest process is as far as amending existing resolutions and creating a new one.
Either way.
so if suspension works out, I mean, if putting it on pending,
Yeah,
receive a letter works out, that's fine.
Yeah, so, is that okay with everybody? We'll put it on. If we don't get that in writing before then we don't move forward with the Coco Bongo aspect of it. The MMBA, they clearly put it to us in writing, and we don't have a problem with that. Correct?
That's correct.
Okay, very good. Okay, put it on. Thank you.
Okay. A handicap parking in the 5th Ward. I received a phone call for, and the gentleman, Mr. Melendez, has asked the council consider it. But you said you're gonna reach out to.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
And that's it for me.
Do you have, I'm sorry, Yolanda, a letter from Cindy Gomez?
Yes.
The
Oh,
Girl
yes, I
Scout
do,
out?
right here. They
Cindy
put
Gomes,
something
yeah.
on top of
Or
it.
Cindy Gomez,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, they put something on top of it. Mark Ty, they put on top
Oh,
of
yeah.
it. Okay, letter dated, May 14, 2012, from Cindy Gomes, Elizabeth, a lifelong resident of City of Elizabeth and a Girl Scout of Our Lady of Fatima Church, is requesting from your honorable body permission to move ahead with her Gold Award project. And she has attached a preliminary sketch of the service. And she's going to work on this project with Jennifer Almeida. And they will create a place where soldiers who have passed will never be forgotten.
Yeah, this is a nice little project. This is in the 2nd Ward over on Myrtle and Morses Mill Road.
Hello.
And I've been in contact with the troop and that, and it's a project that they would like to do. And I think it's something that will certainly beautify the area. It's an empty city lot right now, and we're constantly cutting the grass and cleaning it up. And they're also going to maintain it as well, in addition to beautifying the area. So I think it's a great project. I think the neighbors will be very happy with a project like this. I appreciate the support. Okay, great. Thank you. Put it on.
Check all my papers now.
Good enough?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's it. There's no closed session items? or-
No closed session.
Okay. All right, so I guess we'll do the once around. Councilwoman Perkins Dusty. Okay. Okay. Councilman McGinnis. Nothing. Councilman Grover?
I just want one question. Yolanda, did we ever do a memorial that we voted on for Ms. Suarez, Nina Suarez?
Yeah, but we never got back up to that. I don't believe.
The girls look maybe it's-
Suarez, I'm gonna have to, I remember the name, but I don't think we got it.
I don't think there was anything posted in Star Ledger. Maybe you could reach out to Mel Acosta, that's the nephew.
Okay,
Maybe he has something to provide us with. They really would like to present it to the board.
okay.
And just to remind everyone, we had one fire officer, it's actually a captain, and 3 police officers who were recognized by the Dollar Award, 2012 Dollar Award of the 200 Club of Union County. And I asked Yolanda to prepare commendations, and we're going to extend an invitation to them to be here for the Youth and City Government Day.
Yes, I already reached out.
I thought it was fitting to present them with these commendations in front of the kids.
Very good.
During the meeting?
Great.
That's okay, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely.
That's it. I concur.
Councilman Mazza?
I have a memorial for Teresa Lobrace. And then also, it's been, I think, over a month and a half, I requested to have a speed lighting machine on Pearl Street. I know there's construction going on, and still, they got people speeding down all the way.
I will follow up with that.
So I think this has happened to be the 3rd request. I know they have 3 machines, but
I will certainly research that and get back to you.
thank you.
Anything else, Councilman?
That's it.
Councilman Quest?
Yeah, a couple of things. Mr. President, it's been brought to my attention that the rent control ordinance that's so important to us and to so many residents is going to expire in a few months. We still have time, but I don't want to wait until the last minute. So I'd like to put it on the agenda as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Thank you very much, Mr. Estrada, please. Thank you.
And one more thing, Yolanda, I was going to check with Councilman Cedeno, but he's not here. 107 Sarah Street, 107
Okay.
Sarah Street, handicap parking space. Was that approved?
I'll have
I'm
to
not
check.
sure whether it was approved 2 weeks ago or not, because I met a woman at that address recently, and she told me it had not been. So
Not
I-
been? Okay, I'll check it.
And that's it.
All right, just want to make note that we do have the materials for the ABC meeting, and please note the date and time change on it. It will take place right after Youth and City Government Day. The consensus was to meet right after that at 3:30. Okay? All right, okay, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved, meeting adjourned.